Hi everyone, I'm back in the kitchen and yesterday we made cheese scones, so today we are making fruit scones. Let's give it a go. So for this recipe you're going to need your self-raising flour, your baking powder, your vanilla extract, some butter, milk, some sugar, sultanas, caster sugar, some eggs and a squeeze of lemon juice. First thing you're going to want to do with this recipe is measure out 350 grams of self-raising flour and half a quarter teaspoon of salt. And about 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And just give them a stir. You are then going to need 85 grams of butter. So again, make sure you minus off your scale. Measure it. And then we'll cut it into cubes. Now they're cut into cubes, we are wanting to mix this and turn it back into breadcrumbs. So just get your hands in there. Start breaking down the butter. And again, with the same with the cheesy scones, make sure your hands are lovely and cold. Otherwise you will start to melt the butter. And the secret for this is to keep that butter nice and cold. If it feels like it's warming up, either wash your hands in cold water or just stick it in the fridge for about 5 minutes just to cool down. Once you have done your breadcrumbing mixture, you are going to need to put a pan on the heat. Not on hot, because you do not want this to boil, you just want it warmed through. And you are going to need about 125 millilitres of milk. Once your milk has warmed up slightly, again, you don't want it hot, you just want it warm. Yeah. Add a tablespoon of lemon juice. And your vanilla extract. And just gently mix that together. And then take this off the heat. And set aside just for a few moments. Now back to your weighing scales. You are now needing, this has been in the fridge just to keep the butter nice and cold. 3 tablespoons of caster sugar. That's 1. 2. 3. So there's about 35 grams worth of caster sugar there. And then you are also needing your sultanas. And you need 100 grams of sultanas. You know what? Just because I love sultanas, I'm adding a few more. Does sultanas remind anybody else of nursery or primary school? Don't know what it is about it, but it always reminds me of it. And just mix that in. Now you can get rid of your weighing scales because you are done with that. And this is where you would now add your hot liquid mixture. Now add it carefully. You will notice that the lemon juice that you put in will start to make your milk a bit lumpy. That is fine. It is supposed to happen. I'm adding a bit at a time. Now you will find that your mixture will look a lot different than your cheesy scone recipe. I'll add the rest of that milk mixture here. It'll be a lot more loose. Now, with it being a hot liquid mixture, that is why we leave it to the side, because it's hot, and it's why I've not gone straight in with my hands. So what we are now going to do is flour the surface. Once your surface is floured, then just pour out your mixture onto the surface. And this is the fun bit when we get to get messy. So get your hands in there. Now, like I said, it will feel and act a lot more different than your cheesy scone one. It'll be much more spongy, more liquidy. Don't be afraid to use more flour, just to make it behave. You are now wanting to clean your hands, get your rolling pin, and we'll get rolling. So now we've got the rolling pin, give your rolling pin a bit of flour and just roll your scone mixture. Now, you can either have this thick or thin, it depends on how you like your scones. So I'm going to do it about that thick. Now I've got my cutter, and I'm just going to cut however many I can out of this mixture. And we'll pop them onto a baking sheet. Rinse and repeat. Now for that first batch, I've managed to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, and we've still got more. 14, 15, 16, 17, and one more time. Probably get another 2. If I can't get another one out of this one, let's have a go. Yeah. Now they will be delicate at this point, so once you put them onto the baking sheet, let them rest a moment. Now you are going to need to crack 1 egg. And just give it a bit of a beat it slightly. This will be your glaze for your scones. Okay. Now, if we bring your scones over, and this is tray number 1, get your eggs, get your trusty pastry brush, dab into your egg and just glaze over. Give a generous glazing to each. And remember to be gentle because the flour is very wet and brittle at the moment due to us using a hot mixture for the milk. Put them into the oven at about 160 for about 10 minutes or until golden brown. So this batch has been out of the oven for about 10 minutes and they are now ready. Yep, they are sounding hollow on the bottom, which is great. So this is your end product. Let's give it a taste test. So these will still be warm in the middle. Now, they've not risen as I thought they would do, so that's a bit of a fail. But this should still taste good. So next time I'll probably cut them thicker. But let's give it a go. They've cut great. Let's just add a bit of butter. And of course, no scone should go without a little bit of jam on top. That is your end product. So that is fruit scones with jam. Bon appetit. So I don't know whether that's the jam that's nice or the actual scone. So we'll try a bit without the jam or butter. Oh yeah. That's a nice scone. It's crispy on the outside, light and fluffy in the middle. The sultanas are juicy and they pack like a good bit of a punch. I'll be making them again. So that's fruit scones and how I attempted to make them. Now, yeah, they have ended up a little bit shorter than what I originally wanted. So next time I'm just going to roll them thicker, probably like 5 centimeters. So yeah, it's warm in here. Got the oven on, that's why. So if you like what you see, please keep viewing me. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a comment, drop a recipe of something that you'd like me to cook, and I'll give it a go. Bye.